It's String here, and it is currently way past my bedtime. But I'm doing this mostly because I've been wanting to try and redo or get into the weekly update art stuff again for a little while. Mostly from when I was in a Hangouts stream with Peter Palmiotti, and afterwards he had asked, like, hey, you haven't done the weekly thing in a while, what's going on with that, stuff like that. And his suggestion was just do it, just do something, just get it out there, just get back into it. And it's been a few weeks since then, and I kept having this plan of, on Sunday, I want to spend some time to stream drawing art, whatever, drawing anything. And then I figured, well, since I'm going to be doing videos once a week again, I could take that stream content, like, cut it up, shrink it down, put it into the video, and then narrate over it and just kind of explain what's been going on. Haven't really been streaming the last few weeks due to just holidays and family and all that sort of stuff. So you know how that goes, And I kept thinking, well, if I don't do it on Sunday, then it's not gonna be good. Like, I need to do it on the day I want to release it, because it's the weekly and all that sort of stuff. And here I am, 12:30 on a Tuesday, well, technically Wednesday morning, Tuesday night, just recording, because I haven't done this in ages. I was going to take a compilation of the last few streams I'd done, mash it all together, speed them all up, do all that sort of stuff, and show that to you right now. But I learned that the streaming software I use records in FLV or something, and the program I need to use to edit needs WMVs, I think, or something like that. It doesn't use the same video format, so either I figure out how to convert, or I just say screw it and leave that in the past and figure out some new way of recording, because that didn't quite work, unfortunately. So I'll have to experiment with that, play around. Maybe I can, I don't know, I'll figure something out, or I won't. Who knows? But in the meantime, just rambling at you, since I also realized that Sunday is Christmas, even though I still want to release this on Sunday. I'm recording this now, and if I have time over the next week, I will add on, record more, whatever. So all the intro, it's the whole video, all that's out of the way, and just kind of move on to what has been going on with art and such things. It has been a bit of a struggle for a while now to draw, to create something, to even sit down and convince myself to start working. Even if I have time, I just sit and just look at Facebook or YouTube or something like that. Who knows? Waste time, essentially. And part of the problem is that, well, there's lots of thoughts going around in my head that are kind of a bit of the problem here. One of them is that I don't feel like I'm good enough. And all artists go through this at times, and I've gone through it before, and I've gotten through it, and I'll get through this, but I'm struggling with really just hating everything I draw. And I'm slowly getting past that. Like, the last few things I've posted onto my DeviantArt and Facebook and stuff like that, which I will be showing you now, or at some point in the video. I didn't plan that well. But the last few pieces I've done, I've been kind of pushing past that. Even though there's mistakes, there's always mistakes, and there's things I could improve on, I finished them. Because done is better than perfect. And this is a mantra I need to drill into my head, because I need to live by it, essentially. So I lost my train of thought there. But that one of the reasons is just struggling with not liking my art. Another one is that when I was younger, in college, like third year of college, first year of college, out of the city that my parents were in, so like away, and living with my best friend, I actually discovered a lot of artwork and comics, and I was creating a lot, and I was streaming a lot, actually, and I didn't have a set schedule, I would just do it, but I do it like at least once or twice a week, and there was actually a small following. Like, I had a dedicated, like 10, 12 people that would show up, and that I was friends with, and we'd hang out, and occasionally like they would stream too, and we'd like multi-stream stuff before that was really feasible. And I just kind of, unfortunately, over the years, I've had long stints of not drawing. I started drawing probably 7 years ago. And in that time, I would say I probably have spent about at least 2 years, if not more, not drawing. Because there's one point, and a lot of it was like stress in college and stuff like that, but there's one point I remember, like, I drew in December/January, and then I didn't draw again until like September. And just, it didn't happen. It wasn't part of my life. And I wanted it to be, but I didn't make it. So now that I'm trying to make art more of a part of my life, I find myself feeling very nostalgic for the time when I actually had a little bit of a following, and feeling very sad that I don't have that anymore. And that I'm basically starting from scratch. And that's hard. That's hard for me to get around, because it is what it is. I lost what I had just because I wasn't really cultivating it. I didn't think of it. I just, whatever. And now I'm starting from square one again, essentially. And that's tough. But I do think I can get past this. I can build up more. And that's kind of what I'm doing lately, is just trying to draw, get things done, post them, share them, do these videos again. Just keep creating and keep putting things out there that I have fun making and fun doing, and then maybe I can build an audience again, It might be fun. Speaking of that, there was something I have misplaced. This. So this is a sketchbook that my girlfriend got for me last Christmas. So a year ago, pretty much exactly. And I have not drawn it, ever. I have a weird thing with sketchbooks that I have to finish a sketchbook completely before I move on to the next one, but then I struggle with finishing them because I don't draw traditionally most of the time. I draw digitally. But I've been taking this to work because I've gotten art supplies and stuff like that for my birthday last year as well, so over a year ago. And I got some more things now for this birthday, and I haven't used them, so I'm trying to take advantage of all the stuff I've been given and start using that to create things that I'm not used to. So, with this, I'm going to try and, create more, essentially. So what I've been doing is just, generally when I'm at work, like if there's downtime, especially this week's been a little weird, so there's been a little more downtime than usual, I've just been drawing. And especially with this guy, which I might just scan in so it'll be easier to see. It was a sketch. It was just a sketch. I don't really do inks, I don't really do coloring in traditional, I don't mess with that stuff. I haven't in a long time. And I have a little pack of like 8 Crayola colored pencils. So I'm like, oh, I'll color them. Like, well, let's try inking them. Let's try cross-hatching for shading and stuff like that. And it just kind of went from there, and just It doesn't always have to be big and inked. It can just be a doodle. Sometimes I can do something over multiple days, like that guy. And then I started doing things where it's more of a page, a storyboard, an idea, a scene. So, stuff like that. So you're all getting kind of sneak peeks here, but along with, and here's the most recent. So, I've only been doing it a little bit. Most of this is over the past 2 weeks, I think. But what I'm planning on doing is using this to create more and post more and share more. Because I don't share sketches. I don't do it, especially when I do them digitally, because sketches just look bad digitally. And I have to build up and finish a project digitally. If I'm working on a drawing on the computer, I have to finish it before I share it. Otherwise, it's not worth it. But with these, they're just little sketches. It doesn't really matter, you know? So, I'm thinking of kind of using this sketchbook as a platform to do daily posting of art. I've already got maybe 6-7 days head start. So I'm going to, probably when this video comes out, I'll have a little more of a head start. I'll post page 1 of this. So you'll see the first page, and I'll actually post it to my various social medias and things. Then day 2, I'll post the second page, and I'll keep going. And this way I'll give myself a bit of a buffer. It doesn't need to be great. It can just be a stick figure doodle if I just don't feel it that day. But it gives me a reason to just make something and post something. It doesn't need to be good. It doesn't even really need to be done. It just needs to be there. And I kind of like that idea. And the nice thing is, even with just doing this for the short time I've done it so far, I've started drawing scenes instead of just characters. And now, I want to refine these. I want to explore more of these scenes. I want to build more around it. And it's really good for just brainstorming in a weird way. Because it just lets me just draw, and half the time I have no idea what I'm going to draw. Even when I'm putting the pencil to paper. It just takes a few lines and eventually it starts forming. And it's kind of nice. So, quite a ramble. I apologize. But that pretty much sums up where I've been, in a way. I just haven't been drawing, essentially. What the plan is, moving forward, all that sort of stuff. And in theory, there'll be more to this video, because I'll try and record a little more over the next week until Sunday. But with the holidays, who knows? So you might be seeing more, or it might just be ending here. So, yeah.
We might have accidentally driven into a blizzard in Flagstaff. Maybe.
Might have been.
We might be following a snowplow right now.
Might have been a bad idea. But we see snow.
Remains to be seen, but we're in snow! Yay! Yay!
Yay!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! You just do this! And you Oh, my hand's already numb.
Oh no, I can't feel anything.
I should have found my gloves.
Oh no.
Hot chocolate.
All right, are you enjoying it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And Denali's being inventive.
Honey.
He's fine. Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
And whose bright idea was this?
This was your idea to bring us to Flagstaff to play in the snow.
Yeah, I made that decision.
And that was a good idea aside from the blizzard we had to drive through to get.
Yeah. wanted to share a bit of just like the videos I recorded while we're out and about on Christmas on our little adventure into the snow and stuff like that. I thought it would be fun, and just, I know it's not really art related, but it is my life, and it's what I've been up to the last week. But I'm going to be doing stuff like that probably when I can in these weeklies. But this is a little later than I expected to post it. I was going to try and do it Christmas Day, but all of this happened, which was probably for the best. I didn't try and do a video on that day. Would have been too distracting. We had a lot of fun going on an adventure and getting stranded and having to spend the night up there because there was a blizzard and we couldn't drive back. It went well. I had a lot of fun, and I kind of want to try and enjoy more little adventures like that. And I don't know, I want to share stuff with you guys. So next week marks Sunday is January 1st, which marks the first day of the 100's Anthology book. We have a lot of artists from the 100's group, people who have completed it in all sorts of different levels and all that stuff. And we're going to be working on it from January 1st for 100 days. We're each working on making a 6-page comic in the theme of life in space. So yeah, I'll be doing weekly updates along that. I will be posting those Sundays. I'll be trying to do the Sunday streams. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm going to be trying to post sketches. So that is the plan for the next year. It seems pretty promising. I'll hope I can keep this going and we can continue on and start a good new year and start new habits and build new skills and all that sort of good stuff. So it's going to be a good 2017.